Magnification volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, we're going to teach you how to transform the StuidoSeries86 Wrekgar clone Junk-Heap, who is a retool of the Wrekgar mold. It's not much of a difference in transformation, but it was enough that I figured it was worth another video. Not like Knockout, which was just a pure recolor, redeco of Jazz, with a little bit different, but not enough to warrant a new video. This guy is enough to warrant a new video, in my opinion. So, let's go ahead and, if you like what you see here, please hit that like button. It would really help me out a lot. I'm really trying to get above that 500 subscriber mark, and hitting that like button will help me get there. Commenting below, and, telling me about what you think of my videos, maybe how I can improve them a bit. I know they get blurry, but that can't be helped. I got no crew with sight. It's just me, the blind guy, all by himself, doing this. So, excuse the blurriness. I try. I wiggle my fingers. There we go. Maybe I'll catch the camera. My camera hates me, by the way. It does. It loves my cats more than it loves me, which makes me jealous. How dare you, camera, love my cats more than me? All right. Yeah, so if you wouldn't mind, like it. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. I really don't care. Dislike or like it, just you pound that dislike button for days. I bet you if I get 1,000 dislikes, it's still going to become a popular video, whether people like it or dislike it. So if you don't like my video, hit the dislike button, please. If you like my video, hit the like button, please. Let me know. I don't mind. And if you really dislike it and have some words to say, then please go in the comments and tell me all about your feelings. I promise I will either listen to them or I will forget to read the comments for a few weeks and then come back to it. Either way, I will eventually read your comments. So let's talk about this cool guy. I just wanted to get that little PSA out there first, So, all right, remove that bit. Let's start on this transformation. He's actually a really fun transformation. He's pretty intuitive as well. So first off, what you want to do is break his back. What I mean by that is grab his chest plate in one hand and the back of his robot mode in the other, and just split him open like a clamshell. There we go. Now, when he's split open like a clamshell, go ahead and pull out the windshield in front of the motorcycle from its storage compartment in his back, and then go ahead and disconnect or pull up the chest piece, and it's going to pull up on these little bar joints and become all sorts of wobbly. And while you're at it, go ahead and spin that head 180 degrees so it's facing towards, it's the back of it's facing forward. Now, we've got all that stuff all loosened up. There's the front of the motorcycle just kind of chilling there. Now we're going to come back here to the legs. We're going to go ahead and take care of these legs by popping that joint on the legs. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now what we have to do is remember how everything goes. Okay. Boom and boom. Okay, now that we've popped the hips so that they're loose as well and they're no longer connected to the upper torso as strongly, we're going to take and move these hands. So what we want to do is take the head, this little lengthy bar thing that the head and chest plate are on, and you want to thread the head underneath this windshield for the motorcycle and the little headlight thing. You just thread the head in there. Okay. Now you can put it the way I just described, or I just realized it will kind of work better the other way. So we'll just flip the head around again. All right. So now we're going to put it in face first into that section. So just thread it in there. There it goes. And once you've threaded the head in there, the head just kind of hangs out in there, but the back of it will pop up here. That's why I was like, you may want to just turn it around, because I remembered the, Wrekgar's head actually has some gauges on the back of it, and this guy's head maybe has the same thing, but it looks like, whenever you put him in there and you feel his ear things, they kind of feel like speakers put in there on either side of the windshield, so that you can get some sound going. So that's neat. That's a cool little bit. Let's go ahead and move these arms. Now the arms are disconnected because of what we've done with the core. We're just going to fold each of the arms inwards. Okay, boom and boom. All right. Now, these arms are a mite tricky. They are not happy arms. This is the least favorite part of this transformation, in my opinion, but you got to make sure that you use your thumb and you push that joint in all the way. That bar area that we were talking about, just make sure that you put your thumb on it and push. And then you can move these arms around a bit more. So what we're doing here with the arms is, as we're folding them in, we're going to rotate them so that the spiky bit is on the outside. Go ahead and flip the fist in there as well. And this side bit here, this the gun that's on the side of him, this gun actually gets spun backwards. So we got to work with that too. All right. Let's get that going. It's a lot of pressure on that thing. I really don't like that part, but that's why I was like, the arms they're all right. This transformation bit is a little tricky because of the amount of force you have to use to put that piece in the right spot. So go ahead and spin the other arm's fist in, and we're just going to move this stuff around. We're going to take you and fold you, rotate you. Come on, there you go. There you go, rotated. All right, now make sure that we've collapsed this arm in as far as it will go, and it's not wanting to do that because it's a butt head. So we're just going to fold that in like that, and okay, make sure that you do this correctly or else it won't work. Spin that bit into the inside of the motorcycle. Right. So his shoulder pauldrons, I'm making sure I got this correct. Okay, so you want to make sure that you've spun both of his shoulder pauldrons so that they face each other. Now, on each shoulder pauldron, there's a bit that sticks out. And, no, I'm completely wrong. Okay, the shoulder pauldrons, the bit that sticks out of them, the little sharp bit, is actually supposed to fit in here behind the chest plate. So what we're doing is we're going to rotate it so that it fits in there behind the chest plate. And something's catching on this arm. Make sure that nothing's catching. Sometimes things can catch and make it a little difficult to get that piece in there all the way. It doesn't want to fit for some reason. What's catching? Oh, okay, cool. So we push all that around, and now we're going to move that piece in there. There it goes. Now it's in. Okay. Now we're going to move that shoulder bit so that the spiky bit is sticking behind the chest plate. Okay. The spiky bit on the shoulders are behind the chest plate. The arm bits are going like that, and boom, there's that arm bit. For the other side, make sure that you put this little armor piece that's on his shoulder, it's got to go backwards, and that's the front. Okay, now we'll add the wheels once we're done. I find it's easier to add the wheels towards the end, at least on the front, in the middle. Now we're going to come over here to the back end, and we're going to play with these. So bend the knees the wrong way. I know it's weird, but bend the knees the wrong way, and then these are just going to fold forward. And if you feel on these feet, you can find it. There is this little stud, or this rectangular peg that sticks out on the side of the foot. Now, for Wrekgar, it's stuck out on the top of on the underside of the foot or something. But him, it's sticking out on the very edge of the foot. You can feel the bottom of the leg armor area, and you will find that thing is just right there. It's got just enough clearance to not hinder the foot movement, but you can maybe shove 5 pieces of paper between it and the actual the leg. So go ahead and bend both of those back and line up the feet. Fold them so that there we go. You fold them like these ballerina, with the heel as far back into the foot as possible. Now lay it down for a second. And come over here. I'm going to get the extra wheels that I stored on Wrekgar off of Wrekgar. And we'll put them in their proper place now. Now, let's do that. Boom and boom. There it is. Come on, wheel. Get in there. Get into your proper home. So I love these wheels because, one, they're siege pegs, or siege ports, one on each side. Also, because of the way that it's designed, these inner hollow circles for the Wrekgar mold and Junk-Heap here are actually larger than siege ports, and that's because they turned the edge of these siege ports into a siege peg, and I just think it's cool. It's a siege port that is also a peg, and it's unique in how it does that. Sadly, these are the only places you can do this on, but it's okay. I'm just going to put that piece in there. Now, both of these wheels are exactly the same, So it doesn't matter which wheel you do. There's no difference between the front and the back wheels, except how you decide to transform it. All right, the wheel should spin freely, and that bit is done. Now, we'll put the front wheel in place, and then we'll do the final step of making sure that the front and the back of this motorcycle are connected perfectly well. Now, the front wheel goes all the way in the front, right behind where the hand would be. So if you feel right there on the other side of the spike, if you need help finding these, it's always directly on the other side of the spikes. So there's that. And then we're going to plug that one into that side. I'll rotate this arm. There it goes. Okay. Now, there it is. Pull. Boom. Both of them are connected. And now we've got these pieces of armor hanging out here. And this guy's going to kind of fall apart a little bit at first because we've got to move things around. All right. We're just moving things around now. And we're going to finish this guy up by closing these back legs and moving them forward on either side of these armor pieces that we put on either side. If you use your thumb or your forefinger, feel in there, you can find where there is a little tab, a little hole. Now we got to find the little hole, and once we find it, we can actually use the, there it is. All right, it's super tiny, but once you've discovered it, and it's on the very edge, you see we got the gun barrel here, but it's only inside. So you feel up the gun barrel, and then you have this broader spectrum area here that has some hollowness waffling on the inside. So if you feel in there, and then right at the bottom of it, you'll find that there's this little bitty peg hole that you can barely get your fingernail in, and that's where these pegs on either side of the feet are going to go. So we're going to find those pieces, and this is one of those steps that the blind may have an easier time of it than the sighted, because this is you can't really get your eyes in there to figure out where exactly you're putting everything. So it's kind of you just got to do it by feel. Just got to do it by feel. All right, and blind people, we're good at doing things by feel. Totally, it's our superpower, and you just got to do that. All right, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, there you are. Come on. Hey, snap into place. Snap. There it goes. That's a fun snap, too. I love that snap. All right, now this one, we're doing the same thing here. We're just going to snap that into place. All right, it's snapped into place. Now let's make sure that the front wheel is snapped completely into place. And let's make sure that it's not looking weird and wonky. It's actually correct on all measures. It seems to be. It seems to be, guys and gals. It seems to be. It seems to be. Make sure everything is together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the little pinwheel axe he comes with, and there's this little port on the back of the motorcycle, and we can turn the pinwheel axe into a sissy bar. So let's go ahead and make it into a sissy bar. There we go. Oh, sissy bar. Come on, sissy bar. There you go. Yeah, sissy bar. Boom. All right. There you have it. Thank you for watching today's episode of Blindformers. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and please tune in next Prime, where we will go over the motorcycle mode for Junk-Heap here, and we'll have Wrekgar transformed into his robot mode. So, until next Prime, thank you for watching. Bye-bye for